Today, we're going to talk about something I think we all struggle with, building healthy habits that actually truly stick. We're not talking about willpower or brute force, but a gentler, science-backed way to make changes that last. If you've ever felt like you're stuck in a loop, this is for you. You know that feeling, right? You get this huge burst of motivation, you're excited, you're ready to change your life, and then a few days later, life happens. And just like that, you're right back where you started. It's such a frustrating cycle. Maybe some of these sound familiar. You start exercising and you feel great for about 3 days. Or you decide you're going to go to bed early and that lasts, what, a week, maybe? Or my personal favorite, you buy a beautiful brand new notebook to plan your new routine and it just sits on your desk, totally empty. If you're nodding along, I want you to know you are absolutely not alone in this. Now, this is the most important thing I want you to hear today. This has nothing to do with being lazy or weak. It is not a personal failure. The problem isn't you, it's the method. You've just been trying to build habits the wrong way. So let's throw out all that self-blame and get curious about what really works. So why does making a change feel so incredibly hard? Before we can build new, healthy habits, we really have to understand the forces working against us. And believe it or not, it all starts with how our brains are wired. Here's the thing about your brain. It is designed to be efficient. Its number one job is to save energy. So it creates these little superhighways, these automatic routines we call habits. A new behavior, that's like trying to carve a new path through a super dense jungle. It takes a ton of energy, so your brain's natural response is to say, no thanks, let's just stick to the easy road we already know. And we usually make it so much harder on ourselves, don't we? We set these massive, ambitious goals. Deciding to go from zero exercise to a 30-minute workout every single day is a huge jump. It sounds amazing in theory, but to your brain, it just screams danger, too much effort. That overwhelm kicks in, and we end up doing nothing at all. Now, this whole automatic process runs on what scientists call the habit loop. It's a simple 3-step cycle that's deeply ingrained in our brains. It starts with a cue, maybe feeling stressed. That triggers a routine, like grabbing your phone to scroll, and that leads to a reward, that little hit of distraction. For our old habits, this loop is so strong and so automatic that trying to fight it head-on is just completely exhausting. And this brings us to the biggest mistake pretty much all of us make. We rely on motivation. But motivation is just a feeling. It's fantastic when it shows up, but it's totally unreliable. It comes and goes. A system, on the other hand, is a structure that you put in place. It works whether you feel like it or not. It's the difference between waiting to feel motivated to go for a run versus having a simple system where you just always put on your running shoes as soon as you get home. Okay, so if motivation isn't the key, what is? It's building a system that works with your brain's nature, not against it. So let's build one right now. It just takes 3 simple, science-backed strategies. The first strategy is my absolute favorite because it sounds almost too easy. You make your new habit so ridiculously small that it's basically impossible to say no. So instead of a big goal like read 10 pages, your new habit is just open the book. Instead of exercise for 20 minutes, it's just put on your workout clothes. These actions are so tiny they fly right under your brain's resistance radar. It makes getting started completely effortless. Okay, next up is a brilliant trick called habit stacking. This is how you make your new habit automatic. You simply find a habit you already do every day without thinking, like brushing your teeth. That's your anchor. Then you link your new tiny habit right after it. So the new rule becomes, after I brush my teeth, I will drink 1 glass of water. See how that works? Your old habit acts as the trigger for the new one. It's like adding a new car to a train that's already chugging along. And strategy number 3 is all about designing your environment for success. You know, your willpower is limited, but your environment is always influencing you. The goal is to make the good habits obvious and easy, and the bad habits invisible and hard. If you want to eat more fruit, don't hide it in the fridge. Put it in a bowl right on the counter where you can see it. It's amazing how much this simple change can shape your choices without you even thinking about it. And finally, a really crucial part of this whole system is to be kind to yourself. We have to get out of that all-or-nothing trap. Perfectionism will kill your progress faster than anything. The goal here is not a perfect streak. It's just gentle consistency. So if you miss a day, who cares? Don't quit, just show up the next day. Even if you can only do the tiniest version of your habit, do that. The simple rule is never miss twice in a row. All right, we've got the system down. Now let's make it super real. Here are 10 incredibly small, gentle habits you could literally start the second this is over to bring a little more calm and wellness into your life. Just look at how doable these are. Taking 3 deep breaths before you even touch your phone in the morning. Reading just 1 page of a book. Stretching for just 20 seconds. Each of these is like planting a tiny seed of positive change that can fit into even the absolute busiest of days. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Really? Reading 1 page? How is that going to make any real difference? Well, the answer is a huge, resounding yes, and it's all thanks to the magic of compounding. Just look at this chart. This shows the incredible math of tiny gains. Getting just 1% better each day doesn't feel like much in the moment, but over time, that progress compounds on itself. By the end of a year, that tiny, consistent effort makes you nearly 38 times better. It's the slow, steady, almost invisible progress that creates absolutely mind-blowing results. And the real impact goes so much deeper than just the habit itself. Because these actions are so small, they get rid of all that stress and overwhelm that usually comes with making a change. And every time you do one, it's a little win. It proves to yourself that you can do it, and that rebuilds your self-confidence brick by brick. Over time, you stop trying to be a healthier person. You just are one. It's a fundamental shift in who you see yourself to be. And that brings us to what I think is the most beautiful way to look at all of this. Let's reframe this entire journey. Building new habits isn't about being disciplined or forcing yourself to do things. It's an act of self-care. It's about finding small, gentle, loving ways to take care of yourself, one tiny step at a time. So as we finish up, just remember this. The person you'll be 1 year from now is a direct result of the tiny choices you make today. A single small step is all it takes to change your entire trajectory. So the only question left is, what small step will you take? And before we go, just a quick reminder that this content is for educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Please make sure you consult with a healthcare professional for any of your personal health concerns.